What's up, guys? It's Steven here from Pal's Power Ups. I have another lightsaber for sale. So several months ago, I bought some Hasbro ones that I was going to convert and sell myself. I did the Graphics already, but now I just finished up the Luke Return of the Jedi Hasbro Saber, and it is for sale. You can find all of the details below about what's inside of it, what's included, a breakdown of the pricing, and then if you want to reach out to me, you can do so either through my social media or on here or my email, and if you're interested in buying it. But it is for sale. So it is a used lightsaber. It is in pretty good condition though. There's actually no scratches or dents on it or anything like that. Because it's a little old, the brushed aluminum looks a little faded. Maybe there's some process to like shine up brushed aluminum. I don't really know all that stuff, but if you buy it, you can do it. But it's still in really great shape. There's nothing wrong with it. It used to have a latching switch here that went up and down to activate. That switch is still used, this little black one here, but instead of it being latching, it's a momentary switch. Hear the clicking, there's a little tactile switch inside of there, and that's how you operate the saber. Just one switch, easy to use. They have a set screw up here at the top for your blade to keep your blade in place. There's another one down here at the bottom that I had to put in that holds the entire chassis in place, which I'm going to show you here in a minute when I take it apart. But I'll go ahead and start taking it apart. So the pummel cap still comes off like all the other lightsabers. You can just kind of spin it off, which by the way, this has the belt clip, so you can hang it from a belt if you have that. That's pretty neat. The only thing here at the bottom is the bottom of the chassis where the speaker is. There's no battery compartment down there or anything like that. So you just have nothing but sound coming out the bottom. So it's nice and loud. That's the Smugglers Outpost speaker, their black 28mm Elite speaker. Screw that back on. Now the way this actually comes apart is by unscrewing it from the center. This whole top part is your blade holder. It's kind of like a sleeve that just slides off up and off your chassis. So we just unscrew it like this. Slide it up and off, just like that. So we have our TCSS, the custom Saber Shop 7-pin connection system there at the top. We have a custom 3D printed chassis here that holds your keystone holder and your 18650 lithium ion battery, which yes, it will come with a charger as well. That's where the battery goes. And then the Crystal Focus X is actually inside of this compartment here, right underneath the battery. I'm sorry, the control box. So if you want to get to the Crystal Focus X and maybe you want to access the SD card or hook up the USB cord and do the RICE program and do all of your blade customizing, blade effect customizing, then you would just take your Allen key, which is also included. You just loosen this one set screw down here at the bottom. This is the one that holds the chassis in place. So you just loosen it up a little bit. And then you can see you can just kind of slide the chassis out, which you would do slowly. You wouldn't come all the way out because your switch wires from the control box go down inside the hilt to the Crystal Focus X. So you can't take, you can see them right there, the red and black one. You can't take it all the way out because you'd rip them off. But here you can access the board and everything like that. So yeah, there's the Crystal Focus X right there. It's the Mk2 model, their newest model. It just has the electrostatic discharge protection. It has a reverse polarity detection. You can see right here it has the version 10.2 listed on top. That's how we know it's the Mk2 version. But yeah, the Crystal Focus X is it's probably the second best out there right now with boards. But it's a solid board. It still has a few things that Profi board doesn't offer that I really like, and I'll explain some of those things later. And Irv Plechter, the guy who owns Plechter Labs and makes the Crystal Focus X, is claiming that he's going to be working on new effects all November. So hopefully we'll get an update before the end of the year. We'll have all kinds of new effects, and then maybe it'll be right back up there with Profi board, but we'll see. So to put this back together, I take the pummel cap off the bottom, and you want to push the chassis back in just to where it's totally flush at the bottom there, right? And then you obviously want to make sure it's lined up with the control box and everything. And then once you get it flush, okay, you're just going to use the Allen key and you're going to tighten up that one set screw that we loosened. This one just kind of is there to keep the chassis solid and in place so it doesn't move around. So then once you get it flush, you can put your pummel cap back on. I'm going to go ahead and pop in a battery now and kind of demo what some of this can do. Now, I only have one font on here right now, which is the Return by Kyberphonic, which is the Luke Return of the Jedi sound font. But other sound fonts can be added. You can buy any of them you want and put on here, and the Saber can do anything. I'll show you some of the demo and blade effects too, but here's your battery. So we just pop it in there. We got a little pull tab, so make sure that's laying across. We just pop the battery in, then we get our boot sound. So that's what the inside of it looks like. Pretty neat. And then we just slide this back on, right? And then we're gonna screw it back on. And then our one set screw for the blade is right there at the top. It's all in line with the control box, okay? So I made everything in line with everything. See, this set screw is completely opposite of the control box there. So everything is lined up quite nicely. So, like I said, single switch here is how it's activated. Okay, now it does use the original blade. I'm not sure what these are made out of. They're plastic. It's like a clear plastic with a white, trans white inner blade. But I did put Neopixel in it. It has the TCSS connector there. So this is still a Neopixel blade. So that we're going to go ahead and insert. I want to say it's about 34, 35 inches long. Seems to be just right. Use the Allen key there. Just kind of tighten down that set screw to hold the blade in place. And then you're solid and ready to go. It's a beautiful blade. So I have it on a flickering profile right now. And I have it on the green color, but all that stuff can be changed on the fly. I'll demo it here in a second. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. So it has smooth swing. Right? So it just has a little bit of a sound when you kind of lightly move it around. And then it has actual swing sounds too on top of that. Okay, we got clashing. We got blasters. We got force sounds, which are droids. In this font, there's a lot of droids. Okay, we got lockup. Got tip drag. Okay, power on, power off sounds. It even has track music in the background. The Saber can operate with that music. You can reboot it and turn the music off by holding it down.
Sound bank selection.
I'm a Jedi. Like my
I'll just go ahead and back out and show you some other things that it does. So I'm going to turn up the volume real quick just because it wasn't very loud. So CFX, you can turn up the volume on the fly by going to your system menu.
Audio SD card system menu.
System menu.
Volume.
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 So here we have the volume indicated on our blade. We're about halfway, maybe 40 or 50%.
Volume. Volume.
So I'll bump it up a little bit. We have menu volume and click volume.
Selection. Volume.
Then we have blade power.
Volume.
Hold on.
Sound bank selection. Volume. Blade power.
So blade power, you can dim your blade and conserve your battery if you want, or you can leave it at full brightness, but that can be controlled here. Again, you get an indicator by the blade itself, by how bright you want it. I'll leave it all the way up.
Blade power. Color profile.
Color profiles, you can change the colors of your blasters and your clashes and all that kind of stuff if you want to go in there.
Previous menu. Volume. Blade color. Previous menu. System menu. Exit menu.
So back to the Luke font here, I'm going to show you some other things you can do on the fly while the Saber's on. While it's on, you can go into a mode called Spectrum, and you can change colors.
Spectrum.
So here's where you can just rotate the blade. and you can pick other colors you want. Maybe you want a blue blade or something like that. You can lock it in. You can also go to a second layer of spectrum and change the effects of the blade. Right now you probably see it flickering. I have it on an audio flicker. It's flickering to the hum, but that can be changed too. So first we go into spectrum. We're gonna pick our blade color we want. Maybe it's red. Hold it down. Then we go into our profiles. Now here we can change the effects. So here we have some flickering. Maybe I'll move the camera so you can see the effects off of the desk here. See, here's some effects here that I have. I have 32 different blade profiles. Like this one's a flame. Soren's Eye 2. Here's like a plasma, like a rolling plasma with some energy, more energy. This is like, these are like rain sizzle blades or unstable blades here. So all of my blade profiles are also programmed onto this as well. There's electric blades, plasma blades, all kinds. Pulse blades, different speeds, different pulses. Strobe blades like that, energy blades, rainbow blades, reverse rainbow, pulsing again, our plasma, and then we have our solid blades here. Yeah, there's all of those blade profiles come on it as well, so you have lots of options. So the cool thing about Crystal Focus X is no matter what font you have on here, any color and any blade profile can be accessed in any font at any time. So that's pretty neat. Profi, you have to program them to be paired up certain ways, and it takes a long time to do, and it's just so much easier to be able to do it on the fly. Some other things I like about the CFX that I haven't really seen on the Profi yet, for example, are blasters, okay? So on a Profi, a blaster has the blaster occur in one place, but on a CFX, it moves around. Hold on, let me set this down. You can see off the desk here, the blaster occurs in different locations along the blade. Because it would never be in the same place. It does the same thing with clashes too if you set it up that way. You can make the clashes either move around or happen in one location. And then there's also different types of lockups. I have it on a basic lockup now, but there's other ones too that you can do. There's like sparkly ones and then solid ones, and then there's full blade flash on clash, but those can all be customized to your liking. But there it is, guys, the Luke Return of the Jedi lightsaber that I've converted to a Neopixel. If you're interested in this saber, just reach out to me. It is for sale. Thank you guys for watching.